Bruno, mate, I just wanted to congratulate you on your first cap for Croatia. Oh, mate, you deserve it. You've worked hard and you deserve it. But, I always thought you were Colombian. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. It's Season 9, Episode 6 today, and we have two big games. We have Aberdeen in the league, and then we host Inter in the Champions League. And if we want to get out of the group, it's a game we do need to take at least a point from, realistically, I would say. A little bit light on intro material this episode, so I hope you like that. Bit of an Encanto reference at the end if you don't get the Colombian thing. But I thought we'd start by having a quick look at how we're doing in the eyes of the board. Other than the fact we're not making the most of set pieces, which we're really not. I've been training them. We just don't score from set pieces. Other than that, we're doing brilliantly. We've got an A rating, which is excellent. So it really is somewhat a case of just more of the same. So that is, as I say, that is excellent. Now, there's one game to catch you up on. That was in the league against Hibs. Now, of course, we played them recently in the Betfred and beat them. It was 5-1 in the end. So let's see if we could repeat that when we faced them in the league. The only goal came when Bayless played in Celino with a bit of help from the defender. So it wasn't 5-1, but it was comfortable enough for a 1-0 win. You can see we weren't really putting shots on target. Celino, though, once again, in front of goal, just put his chance away. And, yeah, the important thing, obviously, is that we got the 3 points. You can see Diaz here picked up an injury. It was nothing too serious. The other injury that we've got is actually to McLean. It's a little bit more serious. He's out for another 2 weeks or so. But we will hopefully be able to cope without him. So let's have a look and see what that does for the tables, and we are top. The reason we are top is because Rangers drew 2-2 with St Johnstone, so that's a good result for us. And yeah, you can see the rest of the tables there, and obviously in the Champions League here, we have to get something. It's the home game. We've got Chelsea to come at home as well as Slavia Prague away. If we say we can beat Slavia away, that's 6 points. We need to take something off Chelsea and Inter at home, don't we? And we assume, I guess, that away from home we will struggle to take anything off Inter. So if we are going to get out of the group, realistically we need to win it, but we need to take anything from the game. But Aberdeen is up first. We can see them here. They are 7th in the league. They're only a point out of 4th, so they're not a bad side by any stretch. Let's have a look and see what we're doing here. We're expecting a 5-2-3. I think you probably call that. This is the team we're sending out, though. It is Bursic in goal. It is Varela, Walker, Nicholson, though probably not as a ball player. Neither of you are ball players. Nicholson and Ianu as the back four. Irving and Bayless go in midfield. It's Angus, it's Santos and Duque. It's going to be Eddie Johnson going up top. And hopefully we're going to get the result here. Okay, so we can see the team sheets here. They do have some decent players in there, though. It's a team that's been together for a while now, so some of them are obviously going to be aging. What do you want to say to this? Put on a worthy display. I can probably get on board with that. And yeah, this is one of those maybe slightly tricky games. Away from home, big European game to come. So trying to rest some of our better players. I've got to change marking. There we go. I have been trying to zoom in on certain screens for you guys, especially if you're watching on a phone. If you're liking that, let me know. If you don't like it, again, just let me know in the comments. I'm thinking if you're watching on a phone, it's probably helpful, and if you're watching with anything bigger, then it doesn't hurt. Is sort of the way I look at it. But I think if you're on a phone, it definitely is going to be helpful. There's a ball over the top, looking for Johnston. Can't quite find him. Now, can we put a bit of pressure on them here, or are we going to go down the other end? Johnny Angus does brilliantly. And we have possession once more. Ianu, forward there for Santos. Irving goes back to Nicholson. Walker gets it forward for Bayless. And we go with Duque. Duque gets it snapped away from him, though. Varela drops back in brilliantly. Bit of an underhit pass, but we get away with it. And it's becoming a long old highlight. That's offside, I'm fairly certain. It's over the top anyway. It's given us a goal kick, so maybe not, but I think it was offside, if I'm honest. And we've got a free kick to defend now. And this has already got slight signs of one of these games in the league that we just get very complacent for. And obviously that's not what we want. So let's demand more. We've got another free kick to defend here. And there's a save from Burstik. It was offside, but he wasn't to know that. And the demand more shout has fired them up. We do have a few of the bigger players. I did allude to it in the intro there. Bruno has his first Croatian caps as well, so well done to him. I'm going to say we've not been good enough here. Let's try firing up. We've not had a shot on target. Now, that would suggest tactically maybe we've got something wrong here. So we'll go and try and fix that. I'm wondering if maybe what we want to do second half is go back to the other formation with the double Mazzellas. So there it is. It's half time. It's 0-0. We've had one shot in the entire half. Not pleased with what we've just seen. And I think we will. Let's give it a little bit of time second half to see if we can fix things. If we wake up, and if not, then we'll go the big change. And signs are nothing has really changed there. We've got a corner to defend now, and we are 1-0 down, and that will be enough to make me change everything. So let me think about what we need to do here. Okay, so we're just making one sub. Bermudez comes on for Duque. Bermudez will play a little bit deeper as a Mazzella for us, and everybody else is more or less in the same position. Well, it's the same players out there. But yeah, like I say, it's got that feeling, hasn't it, of a game that we just haven't shown up for again. If there is one positive, we can berate them now and see if that fires us up into any sort of form. But a couple of guys playing 6-3s. I'm not going to tolerate that for too long. So more changes on the way on the hour mark. Okay, so we've made two more subs. Off have come Santos and Angus, who are stinking up the place. We're going to move Johnson to a pressing forward. Celino comes on to be the advanced forward. Bermudez moves forward. We're going to bring Davenport on, hopefully to try and just get a bit of control of midfield. And we'll move Irving over to play as the Mazzella out there. So that's kind of what we're looking to do. Hopefully it'll work. All right, let's try and encourage. I mean, this has been absolutely pitiful. It really, really has. One shot on target. I don't understand our team sometimes. I really don't. Demand more. All right, so let's try just exploiting the flanks. Be a little bit quicker about things. High line, we'll try get stuck in. I always feel like it doesn't actually work, but we'll try it anyway. I've said before, I just feel like it just means you miss tackles and you give away fouls. Or you go to ground and sort of get caught out of position, I should say, rather than miss tackles. A focus. Well, that's a snooze fest, isn't it? A minute to go in stoppage time. Bursik makes a good save. Can we get something off of the corner maybe and go up the other end? We wouldn't deserve it, but, you know, maybe we can. Just when I start and think we've turned a corner, they go and do this to me. Now, this is on the back of an international break, so it might be that we have a couple of tied players, but that's no excuse. That's been absolutely pathetic. I'm tempted to throw a water bottle. Just for my own sanity, I'm going to do it. So we can see the way results have gone there. Ross County have won. They go second in the league now. Rangers haven't played, so they have a chance to go top. And obviously Aberdeen have, well, it's just all gotten a little bit tighter at the top there, hasn't it? So we did disappoint expectant fans. We disappointed expectant manager as well, I've got to say. Hopefully that's that performance out of our system, and we can host Inter now and actually show up for that one. Okay, welcome back. Well, let's hope we show up for this one. We've got the early game as well, so we won't know what's happening in the other game, though let's assume and hope anyway that Chelsea's going to do us the favour we need against Slavia Prague. Let's have a look and see what we're doing here now. Unfortunately, I double-clicked when I meant to single-click. We're expecting a 4-4-2 out of Inter, so what we're going to do is just something a little bit different to try and counter that. Let's put Leshy in the middle. Let me actually just think about this. Okay, so we're going to go, as I say, a little bit different here. So it's Bursic in goal, it's Treviso, it's Pitaluga, Leshy as a covering small player, Bernard and Ayrton as a back five to counter the sort of the front two that they're going to play. Mashagi, Bruno and Almaraz will go in midfield. It'll be Diaz as a pressing forward. He's got decent work rate, so we'll try and get him to run around up there, and if he gets a chance, hopefully he'll take it. And Celino will be the other striker. So we've got both our Ong replacements on the field. Let's hope they can score like he did. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Lautaro Martinez. Now, he has scored a lot of their goals when I was looking at their team. Rodri, Vitinha. So there's a couple of familiar names. This guy whose name I can't pronounce, he's... am I thinking of a defender or am I thinking of a goalkeeper? Anyway, Rafinha is there. Darwin Núñez. So there's Thomas Souček. So there's a decent team in there, isn't there? Pressure is all on them. Let's go and cause an upset. I can get on board with that. Let's fist pump. Let's get out there and let's actually do a little bit better than we did against Aberdeen. All right, so our second last home game of the group stage already, and it's only game 3, and it's one that we really do need to get something from. They are playing a 4-4-2, which is good. It'll be interesting to see if this formation works. Hopefully it does. We should have attacking players because the wing-backs will get forward. We've got our 2 Mazzellas to get forward as well. And then also, obviously, the 2 strikers up top. And we've got that little bit of extra cover at the back as well with that 3rd central defender. So we probably don't want to attack them. Let's just be positive. Bernard over a free kick. It's there for Bruno. Mashagi back to Bernard. Leshy to Pitaluga. Almaraz. Early ball for Diaz, down to Celino. It's there for Bruno. Can Bruno find the back of the net? And Bruno has given us a 4th-minute lead. The new Croatian international. And it is 1-0. We've hit them on the break. Did we, though? Because it was our free kick and we seem to have possession. But anyway, that ball from Almaraz was good. The touch from Diaz. Celino, I should say, with a bit of vision as well. And that's a really, really nice team goal. Now, can we defend for 85 minutes, or have we just angered the beast here? This would be, needless to say, an absolutely mammoth result if we could hang on to it, but there is still such a long way to go yet. All right, let's just keep praising. We're doing well. Could we enter dreamland? Almaraz with a corner. It's a decent one. Pitaluga's there! It's Bruno again, and we've gone 2-0 up. Bruno at the double, and with 18 minutes gone, it is Queen of the South 2, Inter Milan 0. And we are in dreamland. It's a good header from Pitaluga. The goalkeeper's made a cracking save, but Bruno's at the back post, and he taps it in. Well, well, well. Have we stumbled across the golden ticket here, I wonder? I was a little bit nervous about playing Bernard in this one, but everybody else was absolutely knackered after the Aberdeen one. And then the laps, I made them run back to Dunfermline, if I'm honest, from Aberdeen. So they were pretty tired when they got back. So we've had to rest a lot of them. But I think we can all agree they 100% deserve to do that. Now, Ayrton has got pulled knee ligaments. That is not great. That is going to be Ianu on the field, and it's not ideal. He's a solid fullback, and I did sign him to play fullback, to be fair, so, you know, he needs to be able to do it. But I think we will lose a little bit not having Ayrton, but hopefully that's not going to be too serious of an injury. All right, I think we've got to... There's no pressure on us. Don't allow... No, I think we've got to stay with the no pressure. Or do we go with I'm pleased? We're ahead on the scoreboard and we deserve it given how much we've created, so I'm pleased. All right, that's motivated and inspired. So let's not say anything else. Keep your mouth shut, Aussie villain. Let's get back out there. Let's tell them to focus. And we've seen before when we've had a good first half, we've gone out in the second half and conceded an early goal. We haven't done that 10 minutes into the second half. So that's a massive positive. Can we now see this out? That's the big question, isn't it? Does Johnny Angus have work rate? We've got another corner here. Ian, who's picked up an injury. We're not going to have any right backs left. Diaz was just back from injury. He, as I pointed out at the top of the episode, he did pick up a knock that put him out for a little bit. So he has just come back. 2-0, of course, always seems relatively comfortable until they score and it's 2-1, and then you start getting nervous again. Ianu just lumps it forward. We do have Bernard and Leshy who could go over there. The issue we would have then is who goes and plays at the back. We could drop Mashagi back into centre-back. He's capable of doing it. And then who goes and sits in the centre of the park? It would become the question. I don't know if I've got Irving on the bench. Potentially he could do that. Inter's in behind us here, though. Oh, and they have pulled one back, and it is 2-1. And, well, now the nerves start to grow. I wonder if Leshy playing on cover there actually might have hurt us. Bursic made the initial save, but there were just too many Inter shirts in the box, and we couldn't deal with it. All right, let's praise them. Could Varela go and play at right back? He probably could. Irving is on the field. Let me think. All right, I think what I'm going to do, I think I am going to stick Varela over there. Now, he might be a better option. Okay, so we can switch them around. The reason being, say we stick Bernard over there, he's got nothing going forward. I think we're better off leaving him where he is. The other thing is, work rate wise, Duque's got decent work rate. All right, mate, you go and get up there for Diaz, and he's got good pace as well. So that could help us if we find ourselves on the break. We've got another corner, Almarez. It's back post, it's headed away. Can we go and get to that first, please? Trevusio, who of course is on loan from Roma. So this is the sort of game he would be hoping to play a lot more of, I would imagine. Bursic rolls it out there for Bernard. Bruno has it to Leshy. Bruno, what's his actual name? That's it. The name, it sounds like an Inter Milan player's name, doesn't it, Bruno? And after scoring twice against them, it just might be. Good header there from Varela. Almarez, can he pick a pass? It's through the middle for Duque off the bench, and Duque had the chance, and Duque has put it wide. Would Diaz have scored that? With his better finishing, you wouldn't put it past him. We're all looking delighted. The bench is looking nervous, but for the most part, the players out there are okay. And we've got 15 minutes to play. We are 15 minutes away from, I think, off the top of my head, what would have to be the biggest result we've got so far in the series. Oh, we're into the final 10. And we've got a highlight. Can we win that? No. Ball forward. Bernard. We're putting decent pressure on them, but you know they've got the quality. Oh, it's fallen in the box. It's Bernard covering back brilliantly. Get it upfield. We don't really manage to do that with Bursic, and it's still, there's loads of pressure. There's so much pressure. Who's tracking the fullback, you muppet? Who's striking on that side? It's going to be Celino, isn't it? So look at that. Celino's with him, and then he stops. Oh, you lazy bastard. Yes, oh, that shouldn't have happened. Oh, that does my head in. All right, well, it's a decent point if we hang on to it, but it should have been more. We're into stoppage time. And it's going to be a point. The fact that we're disappointed with a point against Inter probably tells a story. Bruno's double, in the end, it's not enough because Celino can't follow instructions. Oh. All right, so Ianu is out for 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks for Ayrton. So we have a minor emergency at right back. We do have Oliver Gilchrist, who can play there in the league. He, though, is not registered in Europe. So that could become a problem for us. And in the other game, Chelsea 5, Slavia Prague 0. So that's absolutely no problem whatsoever. So a quick look at how everything stands out. Rangers actually lost. I meant to point that out before. Rangers lost to Hibs. So we get away with the Aberdeen defeat. It's 4 points between 1st and 6th this season, 9 games in. That's got to be one of the tightest premierships in a long time, doesn't it? And, well, in Europe, it's a case of what could have been. We are almost at this point guaranteed now, I would say, at least third, because even if Slavia beat us, they're not showing too much signs they're going to take anything of the other two. So, yeah, that could have been. Positives, though. We may have found a formation that works. We'll definitely go with that again, because next episode it will be Ross County at home. Taekwondo in Ross County, who are second in the league and showing signs maybe they finally arrived. And then we'll go to Inter and we'll look to... is it revenge? It kind of feels like it's revenge, doesn't it? Because I feel like we should have won that game. Anyway, guys, take care.